You guys, today's my birthday. I'm literally filming this on April 7th. Let's talk about 22 things I learned in 22 years, because if you didn't know, the age you're turning is the number of years you just completed. 22 years, I did my big one. So I made a list and we'll just go over them and debrief together. In no particular order, the first thing I have is they say fake it till you make it, but confidence is a skill, not a trait. And you have to practice it daily, which I believe will lead you to being a confident queen. Because at the end of the day, if you're faking something, it's gonna be fake. It won't ever turn real. But if it's something that you're spending time and effort learning, crafting, and just overall putting your all into being a more confident person, then you will be. Your dreams are valid. What you want to do in life, no matter how many times you try to explain it to people and they don't understand it, they're still valid at the end of the day. I remember in my era of doing a million things on campus, I would get that a lot. And you don't have to explain why you're doing certain things. And I get it, sometimes you do things that don't seem like they're you. Like, for example, being an orientation leader, you kind of have to be bubbly and out there, and that's not really me. I low-key give emo sometimes. But that role on campus opened up so many doors for me. I met so many amazing people. And yes, it did help me get future roles. So do what you gotta do. You don't owe anyone an explanation, and you don't ever have to explain your dreams, your aspirations, and your goals to small-minded people. Number 3, modesty and beauty can coexist. They are not opposite. For example, I think college is what really did it, because you know, you have your like going out outfits, and I really pushed my limit, and I don't know why I did that. I did not need to be all that. And did I feel more confident in my I don't want to say in my holy outfits? No, actually I would like want to cover up, and also it's too cold. But for example, if you look at my Eid outfit that I wore recently, I've never felt more beautiful in my life, and just a 10 out of 10 body.
I have your gift.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna go get it.
Okay. Wow. Cute.
Wait, you have to look under the green stuff.
Sarah, you didn't even write anything in the card. Go.
There's something written in the card. I can't write on it.
What? Should I do a haul?
Yeah.
We got a cute teddy bear. I love this so much. This is a really good lotion.
Is it actually?
Yes. Nice little face mask. Ooh.
It's to match the coconut.
Oh, period. And I got a nice body scrub. Thank you. I love you so much. How are you gonna give me a card and not write anything on the card? Why waste your money on the store-bought card then? Alright, anyways, like I was saying, I feel that the older I get, the more I just admire modesty, and I think modesty is so beautiful. And I still have my moments where like I want to wear a short dress and whatever, but I'm so anti crop tops right now, short shorts. Like, I just don't think they look classy, and to each their own. You could totally disagree with me, but I don't know. I don't really know. I do know, but you know what I mean. Okay, moving on. Asking for what you need and also what you want. I think the culture I grew up in, I was taught that it's rude to ask for what you need, what you want, and ask for help, but it's really not, and it's so useful to the people around you. Like, for example, my husband would ask me like, oh, do you want anything from the store, let's say? And I don't know, I'll be like, no, not really. Why do I need to go to the store that day? He could have gotten what I needed. And that's just a small example because it could really go deeper. Like, for example, your love language. How is your partner supposed to know what you need and what you want if you can't tell them? Hello? I know that sounds so obvious, but just communicating your needs and your wants, top tier skill to learn. And it's so helpful in the workplace, it's helpful school with your professors, at home, everywhere. One thing about me is loyalty. It is so important and a trait that I really value in people. And also, I'm a loyal person, so within myself I see it. But recently I've been learning that loyalty isn't just about staying, it's also about knowing when to leave before things get messy, because if you think about it, it's better to cut ties before you're having to be loyal to someone or loyal to a bad situation. That's not fair to anyone who's involved. Think about the times where you want to make money but you're not making money. You have to realize that your time is now your currency. All this extra free time that you have, and I'm not talking about, oh, let's find a side hustle and make money. I'm talking about, let's take this time to learn a new skill. Go to LinkedIn, learn. If you don't want to do all that, if you're bilingual, for example, I speak Arabic and English. Sometimes my Arabic is so rusty. When I have extra time, instead of watching my usual reality shows that are in English, I'll put on Netflix and watch like a soap opera that's in Arabic. That's much more useful and that's helping my Arabic versus, my usual brain rot TV. And there's nothing wrong with that, but you just have to prioritize. Like, it's so easy to get really lazy when you're not working, when you're not making money. But use that time, it's so good. You could be taking care of your body, like doing more workouts at the gym, taking care of your skincare routine, decluttering your house, your space. That's such a better use of your time than, for example, bed rotting. Oh my god, I recently had this conversation with my husband where I was like, babe, I haven't had a chance to bed rot all year. So like once in a while, it is okay to bed rot, but that cannot be something you're used to at all. When it comes to my body, taking care of my body, I really was so neglectful, and especially at a time where my job at work is literally sitting at a desk all day. So imagine some days I'd be working for 16 hours. How am I getting my 10K steps in? I wasn't. So I'm finally realizing that you really do only have one body, and you have to be intentional about how you treat it. And yes, it is about going to the gym, drinking your water, also your mind. Like, are you reading enough books? Are you listening to podcasts that are, because why are there so many podcasts for drama, for tea, for gossip? Let's bring it back to podcasts that are actually good for your mental health. And if you even want to take it a step further, it's what type of fabrics are you putting onto your body? Also, are you around people who smoke cigarettes? Because that's so bad for you. Your cancer is worse if you get secondhand smoke versus if you're the one smoking cigarettes yourself. Oh my god, please, if you ever see me around people who smoke cigarettes or smoking a cigarette by myself, literally call 911, because something is truly wrong and it's not okay. That's actually disgusting. Let's talk about God and my relationship with God. Actually, not too much because it's private and I'm Muslim. No, I'm kidding. Don't feel guilty about leaning into God at times of need, because I used to feel so guilty, and this mentality would literally stop me from praying, which is so okay. So think about this. You're going through something, you are just mentally exhausted, like you really need God, but this is at a time where you haven't been praying regularly, you haven't been thinking about God regularly. I would be like, well, now I can't pray, because why would I only come to God at times of need? No. Like, it makes me really upset to know that I used to do that, because what if whatever trials and tribulations you're going through, what if whatever test you're going through, God gave because he wants you to be closer to him, and that guilty mentality is preventing you from that. This is my favorite drink right now by Wild Wonder. It's the guava rose one, and it's so good for you, actually. Not everyone deserves access to and also a response to, because some people really have the audacity to disrespect you, harm you, and then when you block them, they need to have a meetup, they need to have, why did you do this, please forgive me. No. When people disrespect you and harm you, you can fully remove them, no warning, no nothing. You don't owe them an explanation. Embrace your culture unapologetically. Guys, I used to be so embarrassed of being Arab, and this is because when we moved from Saudi Arabia and came to the States, I was really surrounded by all white people, and literally not their fault, they were kids, but the things I grew up hearing, I was just so over it. I was so done. But now I'm so proud. I love my heritage. I love our food, our music. Don't let people make you feel embarrassed of who you are, where you come from. Every culture has so many beautiful parts. Social media isn't real life. Don't compare. I put this down because literally a month ago I was going through it. I was so stressed. And I was talking to someone, and she was looking at my Instagram, and she was like, girl, all this stuff you told me you're going through, you would not be able to tell based on your Instagram. And because my Instagram was me going out, me at restaurants, living my best life, whole time I'm going through it. So if that was just me with my life and what I know, imagine other people that I look at their lives and I'm like, wow, must be nice. Social media is definitely not a real reality of what's happening in real time. Let's talk about trusting delays, because this is for the people that have a timeline, because I was one of those people, you know, you're gonna do this by this age, you're gonna have this by this age. Bro, basically, one example I have at the top of my head is I'm supposed to be a May 2025 graduate. So like my graduation is supposed to be this May, but instead I'm gonna be graduating in December and walking the stage next May. And when this first happened, I was so sad. I was like, damn, I have to do all this more, months of schooling. I don't get to walk with all my friends, and it made me really sad at first. But then some crazy opportunities opened up for me that would have never happened if I was a May 2025 graduate. Your timeline is irrelevant. Everything in life is already written. So why are we stressing? It's already written. There's already a plan in place. Just trust whatever God has in store for you. And I know when you're at a situation when things aren't going your way and your timeline is all messed up, it's so frustrating, and none of what I'm saying is gonna make you feel better. But once you get to that realization that everything has its own timing and it's not on your timing, you are just gonna be jolly, as they say. Like, actually, your life is you're gonna feel a lot more relaxed, and you're gonna feel like you're under a lot less pressure. It's okay. Delays are not the end of the world, because for me personally, there was a time I didn't think I would be able to continue going to school. So why am I mad and why am I complaining and sad that I need to do an extra semester of school? I have one written, or I think two for family, but the first one is I've lost so many people in my life. I don't talk to any of my cousins, for example, just very few relatives overall. But the family who is in your life, make sure you have a good relationship with them. Family is so important. The older I get, the more I realize how important it is to have a good relationship with my mom, my brother, my sister. Like, those people, as much as they annoy me and bother me sometimes, I cannot think about a future without them being a really big part of my life. When I think about really huge milestones, I always envision myself being with them, celebrating with them, and those relationships I really want to prioritize. And this is a good one. I used to be so worried about what other people thought about me, what people said behind my back, but I really don't care anymore, and I can't believe I'm saying that, but people who talk badly about you, like whether it's on the internet or distant relatives, they don't know you. Why are you letting their opinions get to you? They don't know your character, period. I just feel like as long as what you're doing is good, you're happy with it, and it's an honest living, that's all that matters at the end of the day. I have another one that has to do with relationships, and I should have kept it right below the other one. I told you, this list is not in order. Maintaining relationships that matter, whether it be in your workplace, at home, school, the random strangers you meet, your networking connections, whatever the case may be. And I thought this was important because my track record with relationships is so insane. Like, I don't have a relationship with my dad. I say that to say that it's so important to evaluate every single person you have in your life and making sure that they're people that align with your values. I'm not to say like, oh, I'm ready to have kids, because I'm not. But when I think about people I want in my life, I think about, are they gonna be around and good people to have around for when I have kids? Do I want them at my baby shower? Do I want them at my graduation? If the answer is no, then no. Like, who you marry is so important. I feel this is obvious. Everyone knows the person you marry is really important and really impacts the rest of your life, but this is so true. Anytime I have a problem, anytime I have something good, whatever, the first person I want to go to is my husband. Imagine I married someone I didn't like. That's scary. Also, when you marry someone, you marry their family. And I'm so lucky because my husband's family love me so much, and also I trust them. If something really serious were to happen, I know I can go to them. And like, bad in-laws, that's so common, and I'm really lucky that I don't have to deal with any of that. Don't be afraid to leave people, things, or places because they don't see your value. So I have a little story time, actually. When I met my husband, obviously we liked each other and we started talking, and I asked this man what his intentions are with me. Why does he tell me he doesn't want to get married ever? He does not see himself getting married, and in the same breath he says that he wants to have kids. So it wasn't adding up for me, and I let him know that that was something I was definitely not interested in doing. And I was ready to leave, and I was ready to walk away. And I think that that really lit a fire under him and made him realize my value, and that I was fully ready to walk away. And it made him step up and reevaluate what he thought he wanted. I always get that I'm too extra, I'm too much. And recently I heard, I think it was Dove Cameron, she said that be around and surround yourself with people who like your muchness, because you aren't too much. You just need to find the right people who appreciate how extra you are. And last but not least, drum roll please, I just put down that you don't need to have everything figured out at 22, because years ago, I thought I knew what I wanted to do. I thought I knew who I wanted to be. But now that I'm 22, I feel so young, and I still feel like I have a lot more to live and do. And and I definitely don't know what I want to be for the rest of my life, career-wise, or where I want to live, or anything else. We're gonna be taking it day by day. Okay, that's everything I have for today's video. I hope you liked it. Comment below what life lesson was your favorite, or what life lesson resonated with you. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video.